But I didn't like Christian Bale's gore. Like, he shouldn't have a nose. He should look like Voldemort. They were close.
You know, if I to rip off the Band-Aid, I went in the opposite way. I had no interest in this movie.
What? Ragnarok is so good.
No, I had no interest in it.
You didn't like Thor Ragnarok?
Ragnarok was fine. It was good. Like, it was funny.
One of the best ones.
No, I think it's up there, but like I didn't love it like people did.
Okay.
Like it's the combination. This one was a combination of I still don't like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you know, Thor's been okay. I like Thor as a character. Like, don't get it twisted. I like Thor as a character now.
It's Taika Waititi. Are you not a fan?
Yeah, you know my feelings on him.
I don't.
No, okay. Oh, so check it. He, what movie was he in that I absolutely despise? More than anything.
Green Lantern.
I don't hate Green Lantern that much.
Wow. Okay.
The other one.
What's the other?
With Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, really, man? It's a glorified cameo.
He spit in my face and said, "Watch this shit."
It's not that bad of a movie.
It's a trash movie. I hate Free Guy. Get the fuck out of here. Still on my shit list for that. All his good graces went out the fucking window.
I didn't know I had any.
God, I hate it like so much.
No, you really do.
It's the worst thing I've seen in theaters. I was so mad.
Your hell would be stuck in the theater watching Free Guy on loop next to Jared Goff.
I will literally be sitting there.
That is TJ's hell.
Oh, dude, that'd be a new I'd come out a new person. Like, do you believe in the Lords?
Oh yeah, you'd be a Jehovah's Witness at that point.
Well, enough. I was raised one. You know that.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would be all in at that point then. Ooh. Yeah, all in. You wouldn't be the same.
That's wild. But nah. With this Thor Love and War trailer. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's so. I'll also go in to say this, right? Like, I liked Guardians 2 more than 1, unpopular opinion. And then I also but I still don't like those characters that much. And then Thor, I like Frank. Like, I don't want to understand. I do like Ragnarok. It's just a matter of like I wasn't in love. Like, it wasn't like screaming out the mountaintops.
Is it top 3 for you?
I don't think I put a top 3.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
I like a lot of the Captain Americas quite a bit. So a mix of them are up there. BP's not up there. One of the Spider-Man. Oh, no, I'm trying to remember what I have in my top 3, but I'll tell you like after this.
Right.
Now, granted, I haven't seen Eternals.
No need. It's not making top 3.
I still haven't seen. No, actually, just Eternals.
Okay.
And then I just saw Doctor Strange. Really liked it.
It's all right.
But I didn't love it. But I wasn't expecting to love it.
I only loved one scene in it. The rest is just okay.
Oh, no, I mean, when they get to a certain part of the movie, you're like, all right.
I paid for the Illuminati. So.
I paid for the Illuminati. Yeah. And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it, too. I don't feel ripped off
I liked all the actors there. I hope they bring those same actors back whenever they replicate it or, like, show off some of those same things. Not the point. Not the movie we're talking about. But with this Thor Love and War trailer, right, man, this is the first time that I think an 80s aesthetic and kind of push forward worked for me.
It, like I said, it looks like an old, like, 80s metal album cover.
Pay for Adobe!
But that's what I love about it. Like, this shit should be painted on the side of a van, right? Like,
the cover,
all the imagery, yeah.
No,
that's clearly what he was going for, and I love that shit.
No, I mean, like, look, it is So, how we feel about, oh my gosh, Fear Street.
Yes.
Where, like, to me, it's doing something that I don't think the Guardians did as well of, but even though they tried to, which was do that, and then Captain Marvel also did the same, where they do the old school, the throwbacks.
Yeah. Right.
This one, I'm like through and through. You're not a throwback. You're not attempting to be a throwback. You're presenting it in the themes of that era,
right? Yeah,
right.
You're capturing the vibe, but you're not.
You're not being an inherent throwback, right?
You're not like, here's a fucking blockbuster. Remember those?
Yeah. We need a whole sequence there.
I mean, they came in and I know there's like in the trailer, there's a black and white scene. There's a lot of, it's aggressively colored and then they pull it away for dramatic effect. And they're doing a lot of things that visually, to me, that's what got me. You know me, I'm a visual person.
Me too. And let me, like, Ragnarok still, I mean, I've seen a lot of fucking movies. You know this. A lot. Mm-hmm. One of the most beautiful scenes I've ever seen is the Valkyrie scene. Like, just the lighting and just it's fucking gorgeous. So I feel like we're gonna have another one of those scenes in this movie too, to where it's like, what the fuck? This is just beautiful to look at.
And I like how they're going ahead and expanding some of those areas in the Marvel universe. They're setting up some plot lines, and
what are they expanding, TJ? Because I don't feel like they're expanding a goddamn thing. They're just throwing shit against the wall at this point. I feel like
I wouldn't say they're throwing things against the wall. You see that? See that background? See that lovely,
that's
beautiful view?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
You don't like none of that?
I love that.
You don't like none of that?
I just need to know how that ties into Loki or
like
Doctor Strange or any of them.
Well, I think
I need things to tie together for me to like this.
So how do I describe it? I don't know. So I always say that usually in the Marvel movies, there's that one or two during a phase that don't feel as connected.
All of them feel that way in this fucking phase.
But I also feel like they're at a reset point, right?
How long are we going to be there? We've been there since Spider-Man 2.
Not really.
Yeah.
I feel like we've been there.
That was the one after after Endgame. That's why I counted. Endgame was the end of a chapter. Now we're in a whole new saga. So anything after that was the start.
Endgame. No, what was the move that came after Endgame? After Endgame
was Spider-Man.
What was that?
It was supposed to be Black Widow, but
yeah, that really would have moved the dial change. It would not have. Yeah, no, Spider-Man was right. That's the one.
I'm just saying that might be why it feels like prolonged. Is because, well, yeah, several movies were delayed, so some of these movies were.
Yeah, the world also ended.
It came back to life.
Some of these movies,
their world ended. It was written in. They had a blip, so you could, COVID could have been the blip, and we could have restarted. But no, they got greedy and wanted to go faster, and we had Spider-Man 2, which is good. Didn't do anything as far as this main new storyline for this new saga.
Well, it was a Black Widow, Spider-Man, and then was the next one just Spider-Man? No. Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, No Way Home.
Yeah, that's a shitty lineup.
No, I mean, okay. So
and then the show, they put a lot of effort in these terrible shows.
I don't think they're terrible.
They're pretty bad.
Stop being so, what is it?
I'm not.
You were being, I hate this or I love this. Just like something.
I don't like things.
Just like something that Disney makes. It's not that hard.
I love hard and I hate hard, TJ. That's part of who I am.
No, I mean, for me, right? And then actually someone, Key pointed out, right? Endgame was the final chapter, but Far From Home was the epilogue.
Yeah.
And so
I'll count it as an epilogue. That's fine.
To wrap it as the cycle. To me, I mean, between Avengers and the original Iron Man, that was a 4-year gap, right? It went from 2008 to 2012 was when Avengers came out.
Okay.
And so, that's a 4-year time span of reset before you get into all the fun and fantastical shit.
But it all was linked.
Not really.
It was.
Really.
The Stingers linked a lot of shit.
The Stingers link shit here.
Stingers.
What the fuck is it? Bruce Campbell didn't link shit.
Oh, and Doctor Strange too?
Yeah.
You mean Sam Raimi? No, I mean, they didn't. He said, Doctor Strange 3!
Black Knight and an off-screen Blade didn't do anything to link anything together. Like,
I don't know what the fuck.
That was Eternals. Or Pip and Harry Styles. That didn't, what the fuck? That was also Eternals.
What the fuck?
Weird shit happened there, but like none of this. But I mean,
I kind of like, but I remember we came out of so I'll argue against that. We came out of No Way Home, and we both
Does
were
that
like,
count?
Yeah, I mean, they just said
that was all Sony.
They said fuck it, it's a trailer. Put in a trailer at the end.
A trailer to what? Oh, for Doctor Strange,
and that made that shit look good.
Better than the actual movie was, yeah.
True.
Because we were still flying high off of what the fuck we just saw with Spider-Man. So they could have put anything back there, we would have liked it.
No, but I mean, I just think that I'm not trying to give Marvel a pass. Trust me, I still haven't seen Moon Knight. I don't want to.
No need. Yeah.
I liked it.
It's
Oscar Isaac's good in it.
I mean, that's why.
If you want to see good acting, he's probably
I know
one of the
he'll
best
be fine,
actors there,
and I know that's how they're gonna get me.
If you could stay awake though, go for it.
But no, I mean, I really did like I liked Loki. I liked Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi to me, like, because I love like kung fu movies.
It didn't do enough for me.
And no, that's why I said, had they not fucked up that third act, it probably would have been top 3 for me. And I've said that on paper. Like, I love Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi is one of those I think about.
Shang-Chi, excuse me.
Oh, no, you're fine. It's one of those things I think about. And you could think of way better ideas than what the fuck they actually did in the movie.
They still, I mean, they have what I loved the villain in that one. Great.
No, that was great, except the way it ended. It's just
that's what I'm saying. That
they could have
third
done a
act.
hell of a lot more. No, that's was the thing I love most about it. That the villain is his dad, essentially.
And he's just like,
Yeah.
no, look, I want my wife back. I want your mom back. So sit your ass back. I've been
up.
alive
Yeah.
forever. You get to run this empire. I let you have your fun.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
allowed you to do all that.
I allowed you to live. The reason you're alive is because I
Your
let you.
fucking dad, like, like, you know, and he's a real dad, which is what I like.
No, he wasn't like. I mean, he was.
He's a villain, but but like
It
when he's
felt-
in actual dad mode, he's just a fucking dad.
And you know that he made the switch into being a lot stricter after the mom stuff happened.
Yeah,
right?
it changed him.
And so he was like, I don't want that to happen to my family. But to me, I've been cool with having these more self-contained stories because to me that gets like, I want the character to breathe in their story, right? I want to get to
I
know
don't mind
them.
a solo like Shang-Chi. I was fine with that being a solo story, but that's what those stingers are for. Which they connected it. Shang-Chi did it right. It did some type of connection to the others. But when you don't do that consistently, I don't know what I'm watching this for because your stories alone aren't good enough.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, no, I wouldn't say like they're the best things in the world, right? But you know how it is. Like, there are some that are just like a little more self-contained than others as they set up for something a bit bigger. Now, do I say this
I don't know what that is, and I need to know.
See, you're just impatient. That's your problem.
If it's Kang, let's bring him out. Like, come on.
You're just impatient.
No, I just want to know what's going on. They could do this shit for 10 years. I'd be fine with it if I know it's leading up to something.
No, you let him cook.
I want them to, though.
And that's
I
what
want
I'm saying.
fast food right now.
Before we get to, like, we've been on this for a minute.
Yeah.
But before we dive into, like, before we get too lost into that, right? Whereas with this.
Okay.
So with Thor, I feel like, he's probably had the most, I don't want to say self-contained, but he's been on a streak of, like, when Thor's doing shit, he's kind of just doing his own shit. And so it's kind of cool to get to see that again in another movie because that's what works with him. Yeah. And Marvel, and I still say that Marvel's decision to flip how Thor acts still one of the smartest business decisions they could have made.
Yeah, great business decision.
They went from I'm so far up my own ass to
those movies
I'm
were
a
terrible.
surfer dude, like, and they were bad.
Yeah,
but the way that they portray him and the way that they're kind of having this colorization and all the extraness in this trailer, alongside even some of the stills that look fantastic, right? Where you can just almost pause this movie on anything.
That's what I'm saying. On like any
and
frame,
it looks great, right? It looks like it's 80s.
Yeah,
and that's so cool.
Oh, it looks
so
gorgeous.
I was not super stoked for the movie, and I'm still not super stoked per se.
I'm excited.
But I am
not super excited, but I'm excited.
Definitely way more in the camp of like, yeah, I'm fuck with this, and I'm certain I don't want to see another trailer per se, but no little teaser. That's what'll push me over the edge. But what about you, Tommy? You said this took you out a little bit. And you, JJ, chime in here too.
Well,
you haven't seen the trailer, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. I would play it for you, but Twitch.
Yeah,
it's fine. I like what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, check it out.
I'll play for you after.
Yeah.
I should have played it for you before. I should have asked before. I'm bad.
That's cool.
But go ahead, Tommy.
So I'm not as excited. I don't think it's going to live up to Ragnarok. Hopefully it does. So I'll just leave that as a surprise. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. If it does, great. But I'm excited because I love the Mighty Thor, which this has, which is Jane Foster's Thor. That's her name is Mighty Thor. Because I've read the comics with her and Anthony Mackie's Captain America. Like, they're actual Avengers in the newer ones. Hercules is one too. Oh. So yeah, hopefully he's in this too. But I didn't like Christian Bale's gore. Like, he shouldn't have a nose. He should look like Voldemort. They were close, but he should look like Voldemort. Other than that, whatever. I'm up for it. Looks fun.
Is this one of those ones that you're probably more leaning positive on than the other?
Oh, absolutely.
Two? Yeah, like, because I know you. Yeah. Like, I'm surprised you're giving this much positivity.
Well,
Usually,
I
Mr.
trust
Negative
Taika Waititi. I trust him. Ragnarok is it's in my top 3. So
it's pretty good. Like I said, it's okay.
I like the color. It's colorful.
It's very colorful.
I love colorfulness.
No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. No, you don't.
I do in my Thors. It just depends on what it's in or on.
I think Thor is the hardest sell for me in terms of like the standalone movies. But I have liked all of them. I even like 2 to a degree.
Really?
To a degree.
So bleak.
You said you like dark shit.
That was too dark. That was too dark, JJ. Those are ugly colors.
But yeah, it's not something. Thor trailers and Thor movies are not something that I generally get like hyped for. Like I don't get crazy excited that a new Thor is coming out, but I will watch it and I will end up liking it most of the time.
You like Ragnarok, yeah?
Yeah, okay. I don't know if it's in my top 3 either, but
oh jeez,
I don't like. We can like it, not love it. Top 10.
So it would be
not good enough.
There's a lot of
top 5. You can't get top 5. Good Lord, have mercy. What the fuck does your Marvel list look like?
It would be No Way Home, or whatever that last Spider-Man one was.
Yeah, they really confused me with those.
Key said you don't know what you like, Tommy.
I know exactly what I like. Fuck you, Key. I know what I like.
No, you don't.
And what I what do you mean? How is it confusing?
I'm not bringing in another show into this, but the sports show is a great example.
No, that's completely different. I was going through a crisis because my team is bad.
Hey, that's a plug. If you've ever watched our sports show, you'll know Tommy's confused.
I was trying to step out on my team and try different things.
You were experimenting.
I was experimenting. I was having an entanglement with other teams. Yeah, that's all that was. I'm back now.
You came back home to your hard work.
Came back to the family. Eventually.
Shut up.
It would probably be No Way Home, Endgame, and Winter Soldier. That's my top 3.
Winter Soldier gets more love, I think, than it deserves.
Winter Soldier's great.
It's good.
And Winter Soldier's in my top 3 too.
Yeah.
Really?
So here's how I decided. I say one of the Captain. I'll make it easy. One of the Captain Americas.
Right.
I like them all pretty well. Probably not
good.
Civil War.
Yeah, Civil War's not aged well.
One of the Spider-Men, except for 2. Actually, no, I like them all. I actually think that the first one doesn't get enough love. Homecoming.
It's not that good.
I think Homecoming's great.
It's all right.
I think it's a nice tee.
It's a good start, yeah.
I mean, I just like how they didn't spend some, this is your origin story, but we all know how that works out. God damn.
Thank God. I've grown on that ending, by the way, to where it was super depressing at first, and now like it's fucking great because that's what that fucking Peter Parker deserves. He got everything he deserved.
No, he didn't.
He absolutely did. He needed his Uncle Ben moment. He got that. He needs to be poor and depressing. He needs to buy a camera still, but other than that, that's my Spider-Man. That other one was not our Spider-Man. I don't know who that motherfucker was. This one is.
Man, y'all don't get me started on like the same fucking needing to show
my Peter Parker needs to look like he needs his own season of 13 Reasons Why. I need that.
The reason the comic book industry itself is dying is because fucking it's the cycle of the same bullshit. So I'm like, no, I change it up. I'm perfectly fine with it. But I like how it ended up regardless. I was like, fuck it. Like, if this Peter Parker got some wealth, fine. I don't need this man homeless. It's never made sense why he's broke. He's too smart to be that broke.
That never made sense.
It's never made sense. And nowadays, I can't justify being broke like that because there's Uber. There are jobs out there.
Yeah,
DoorDash.
Now it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense.
None.
Back maybe in the early 90s before the .com boom.
He couldn't catch
He could be a YouTuber. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, nowadays he can. But before then.
I'm like, I get it. So like now when they were like, yeah, like we're kind of okay, like middle class. I was like, that's fine. Like I don't need you struggling. I don't want to fuck you struggling on bills. Like keep that shit moving.
You can start a Patreon.
Start a Patreon. Get donations. Fucking, he can literally say Spider-Man's broke. Post that shit on fucking OF. Get some dollar signs. Like it don't make no sense nowadays. But no. So one of the Spider-Man, and then I guess and this is kind of in any order. I think Captain America would definitely be at top.
The original?
No, I meant like any one of the 3. So okay. Most likely Winter Soldier, but honestly, I watched the first one not too long ago, and I was like, "This is way better."
I love the first one.
This is way better than a lot of people give credit for. Now for number 3, that's where it gets a bit more tricky. So I'm gonna pass it to you. What's your top 3 real quick, and then I'll go into.
Mine's Endgame, No Way Home, and Ragnarok.
That's easy.
Yeah, it's very simple.
I mean, to be honest, my favorite superhero movie is none of these, but it's a Spider-Man movie, but it's none of these. But
Into the Spider-Verse doesn't count.
It's better than all of
Well,
us.
I know. You're absolutely right, but it doesn't count.
You're not allowed to say that, Mr. Animation hater. Shut the fuck up.
Well, that was good.
They're all...
It had black people in it. I'm sorry. I will watch it if it has black people in it.
Amphibia has black people in it.
Where?
They're Thai.
dude.
Kind of. And Frost, she's
No.
Thai. At first I was like, you're black. And it was like, no, you're Thai. But no, how do I put it? I'm trying to really think about that third one because I don't like to give BP the pass no more. It is top 5 though. It is top 5.
Yeah.
It's top 5. I'm not touching it. Black Panther is somewhere in there. Some days it's number 2.
Top 5 for me. No, it stays at 5.
It stays.
Yeah, it stays at 5 for
I'm
me.
not about to sit there and do that. After them TikTok comments, I'm good.
I gotta be honest.
Yes, ooh, Tommy,
I love it. No, I love it. It has a place in my heart for other reasons besides its quality.
Man, you
But
messed,
yeah,
you and Jordan messed us up last time. I'm good. I'm good. I love Black Panther. It's a fantastic movie. Like black people, please.
Yeah, please do that. But
Every
like,
racist out the gate came out and was like, finally, somebody said this.
Sit y'all motherfucking asses down.
This is one of the good ones.
I do movie critique, but bitch, yeah, no, I don't support your shit. It's a great movie. It's just not as good as people may make
Dog,
it.
I sat there and I was like, yeah, no,